Hey, I'm Eric Randolph, and this is my problem 2.3. So in this one, we're asked to do pretty much the same thing as in 2.2 and find the lowest payment. However, in this one, we're supposed to do this by having two binds, a low and a or two bounds. A low and a high bound, and then we're just gonna whittle those bounds down until they're so close together that we know that that's the lowest payment we need. So to actually do that, we're gonna again have the balance as 5,000. And the annual interest rate as 18%. But then what's new on this one is we're going to have a low, and that's going to be equal just to the balance divided by 12, because that's just a good starting point. Just because the whole balance divided by all the months in the years is the lowest amount you could do. So then the highest amount you could do would be balance multiplied by 1 plus the annual interest rate, and that's just like paying it off immediately. So then we can actually get into a while and say while true. And then just like in 2.2, we can make a copy of balance 2. So we can say balance 2 just equals balance, and that's just again because we're gonna have to check things and we're gonna have to reset balance 2 to make sure everything works properly. And then also in this, we can find the payment, and we're gonna make this a int value because I don't really want to have to deal with any decimals. So that's just gonna be the average of the low and the high divided by 2. All right, and then now we can get into a for loop and say for month in the range 1 to 13. That's again just throughout the whole year. And then these are going to be the operations, just the mathematical operations to find the value of the balance. So balance 2, you can subtract that, the payment, and then balance 2 can also then be added to balance 2 times the interest, and that's just, these are the same operations as in this one, as in 2.2. So now we can get into some if statements and actually check if the bounds are the right bounds. So we can say if balance 2 is greater than 1, low equals the payment. And if balance 2 is less than -1, high equals the payment. And logically thinking about this would work because we're saying that if the balance of if the value of balance 2 is greater than 1, then the low equals the payment, and the value of balance 2 is going to be determined by this. And we also have 1 and -1, so we can think of it in terms of if it's positive or negative. We always know that this value is going to be positive because 0.18 divided by a positive is positive. So we know that this value is going to be changing from positive to negative quite frequently to find the high and the low. So if it's positive, we know that the payment up here was too little, and we can make that payment the new low. And then if it's negative, that means the payment was way too high, and we can make the high the payment then. So then to actually compare and find the lowest value, we can say if balance 2 is in the range of 0 and 1, or the absolute value of the high minus the low equals 1, then we can print, because we should know it, the lowest payment of payment. And then we can break the while. So now, if this is done properly, we should get an answer that is very similar to 452, if not 452. So 451. So thank you.